We shall see. Um, Recruiting the realm. Alphino wishes to request your assistance for his new endeavor. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of the seventh astral era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet, while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation accorded to the scions. 'Tis my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. Also, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling operation under the authority of the antecedent. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee result, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scion's command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning Grand Company, 'tis yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the bringer of light and her discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Laminza. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. God, please don't tell me that I personally recruit Ilberd. With the primal threat presently subdued, now is the perfect time to focus on new endeavors. Oh yeah, this is nothing new. Okay. For an even cheaper teleport. So yeah, again, it's going to be interesting to to go back through this portion of it, like knowing what's to come, and to see, I mean, if there's seeds sown, throughout it that indicate that yeah, this isn't going to last. Ah, there you are. I am ready to ascend to the bridge and speak with Admiral Blofusvin. While the Admiral and I are finalizing permissory boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. And you needn't range into the countryside. The upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you are satisfied with your recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter that we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. I mean, even if I don't personally recruit Ilbert, chances are I do recruit, like, you know, some of the traders. Oh, there are some this way. Alright. And this is 2.3, right? We're in. So the Crystal Braves don't last long at all. An organization with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity? I must say, your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens well know that there is a time to act and a time to watch, and I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Yeah, it's the smarter move, to be sure. So I'm imagining most of the people I talk to are going to go, I think I'll hold off. Master Alphino's new organization? Yes, I had heard the formation of his trial company was in the offing. 'Tis with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa Laminza must needs receive my full attention. Yeah, it doesn't help that, like, these are all, like, known characters here. Like, obviously they're not going to get involved. Okay, I'll go clockwise. Yeah, so this one, I'm likely going to talk to the head of the... It's the pirate chick, but I don't remember the name of the group. Huh? Who in the bloody hells do you think you're talking to, Drylander? I'm a pirate, not some sodden knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous flop, try knocking on that dandy Carvelane's door. Yeah, we just talked to him. Hers is like the Sirens or something. Something Sirens. Sanguine Sirens, I want to say. And then who do we have here? Okay, so Blacksmith Armor Guild. Yeah, they're not going to get involved. And then whoever's there is just some rando, I think. Because I'm not aware of any known NPCs over there. A precursor to a united Eorzean grain company? While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibilities here at Naldic and Vermelli's keep me close to the forge. I have not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills as an armorer, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. Good, you know. Cut across that way. Yeah, and I don't think there's anybody of note over here, but I could be wrong. I mean, I think I was here for a quest earlier on. And then before that, like, I don't think I've been here in years. Oh, okay. So here's one person that does join. Well, if it ain't Lavenza, I not forget a venture brave enough or daft enough to seek the shortcut into Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Real, don't you? Formerly of the Company of Heroes? Yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, before starting New Game Plus. 3 whistles at Bronze Lake? Aye, it ain't often I drag me arse out to Limsa for a drink. But I'm right glad I did. How fare you these days? Huh? You're looking to put together a new crew. Top tier work? Ha! Sounds like a right lark, it does. Alrighty, lass, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into me grave just yet. Now to the airship landing. Closest aetheryte is still aft castle. I mean, unless there's something closer further downstairs. No. Well, load times are faster, but I was just thinking, like, load time will probably slow it down enough to not be worthwhile. So probably off to Ul'dah next. At least that's the closest to Limsa. Lavenza, your recruiting went well, I trust? I'm curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa Laminsa. Ah, a member of the legendary company of heroes indicated his interest? Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I too was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seedseer proceeds as smoothly. Pray continue on to Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Nafika's altar. Why would we go further out and then double back to Ul'dah? Whatever. Oh, and there's a return, or not a return, but a, I guess, docking and undocking animations. The Nafika's altar is White Mage. That's the something Lotus. Or the Lotus Stand. My audience with the Elder Seedseer is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. So I wonder who we're going to meet here. Oh, no. Because I'm fully expecting again to get turned down by. So we only talked to 3 people, so I'm expecting to get. Or 4 people. So I only expect to get turned down by 3 and then get 1. Okay, so down here and then up. The name sounds familiar. Oh gods, can it truly be you? Oh! By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Yeah, that's the guy who was selling information to the Garleans. Huh? Could it be that you don't remember me? It is I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Buscaron's. Do you remember, Laurentius? Yes, I remember. Or now I remember. Well, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if jail had changed me more than I realized. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognized after my shameful conduct. The less said of my past, the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What business brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, huh? And what is your policy on reformed convicts? As matters stand, the wood whalers will have not more to do with me. This may be just the second chance I was looking for. Revenant's toll, you say? I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this, I promise you. I am a changed man. So that's interesting. I wonder... Because, like, Real, I remember, he definitely pops up in cutscenes and stuff like that later on, but Laurentius, I don't recall if he's somebody that sticks around or what. But yeah, I was just thinking, talking to, the fact that, he was in and out of jail seemingly so quickly, and the fact that, like, kind of officially, like, the timeline from now till, or from A Realm Reborn through Shadowbringers is like maybe a year. And then you would think, from the time I caught Laurentius till now, like, he was in jail at most a few months. My back is perfectly fine, I tell you. You'll have to tie me to my bed if you think to prevent me from... Oh, well, mayhaps I will rest for just a short while. Okay, I thought may have had something interesting to say. Just because this person seems to be talking to them. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest ere your tormented back gives up on you for good. I'm terribly sorry. We were just... Oh, Lavenza, isn't it? Oh, it has been some time since our paths crossed outside of Copperbell Mines. Yeah, I don't know that I actually talked to them outside of Copperbell. But I talked to them outside of Sestasha. Why, you were barely more than a novice adventurer then. But look how far you've come. Mother Mione tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order? Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Isildur safely home. Okay. So she joins as well. Interesting. Oh god, we're going to talk to the Hawk Manor dude? He's not going to join. You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions? I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young mistress, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. It's interesting, again, like, one of the cool things about this game is how they do go back, to characters that you've interacted with before. I mean, not just in, I think it's kind of well known at this point that they, some of them will crop back up in like seasonal events and stuff, but even in the main story. 'Tis not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise, but its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organization is more organized. Yeah. I was actually going to joke, about the Alphino not quite being organized enough, to be able to run this, having me go from Limsa to Gridania and then turn back to go to Ul'dah. Not a great observation or joke, but... What news, Lavenza? For my part, the Elder Seedseer was most amenable to our requirements. A former wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer? Our company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Ul'dah whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavor to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. So if there's any place I can see us running into Ilbert, it would be Ul'dah. Obviously being Ala Mhigan. And then I wonder what other characters we'll meet there. How much have we done in Ul'dah through like the MSQ? Because I think all these characters are characters we met in the MSQ. Not just... Because I was thinking for a second, like, maybe some of these characters were ones that, like, you only run across if you actually started in that city, but Gridania wasn't like that, so I doubt Ul'dah will be. And Limsa probably wasn't like that either, but... Oh, we're speaking with Alphino again? I was just expecting... Well, yeah, you meet up with him first, and then he says, okay, I'm going to go off, get some stuff signed. You go recruit people. Ul'dah, the Gilded City, where one's fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest descending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. Let us meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, Lavenza. I'm trying to think of characters in Ul'dah. Okay. So yeah, I'll go here and then down to there. Yeah, just... the only character I can really even think of from here is, like, Momodi Modi. Oh, Wilred. Who was... Oh, he was the dude at Little Alamigo. Hmm? Wait, you're the lady who came to Little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Any road, that disaster really got me to thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easy I had been manipulated, and vowed to make of myself a more worldly man. So here I am, a new company of champions, and you say it will take me to all corners of the realm? That sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I've prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. Okay. So we got Wilred. And I don't recall if he's somebody that is still around. I know... Was it in 5.55? Or maybe like 5.5. Where we go around and talk to some of the ex-Crystal Braves. And I don't know. I don't even remember who I talked to then. Oh, Arson or whatever. From Adama Landama. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I am Arson of the Church of St. Adama Landama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. And I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on dry bones less fortunate. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion Thancred, wasn't it? Ah, 'tis new companions you seek, then. Your proposed organization sounds a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. And then what are we going to talk to? What is it, Wild Rose in here? Oh, no. Oh, this chick. I'm sorry, you wish to recruit me? Is this some new-fashioned manner of propositioning a lady? Well, I'm afraid you are wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, miss. Okay, now her, like, I know she's involved in, like, either, like, weaving quests or something else. Like, I know I've talked to her before, but I don't think in the MSQ. Maybe that's an old NPC. Oh, man. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I mean, you'd think tired, but I got enough sleep. So. Have you come to tell me the news, soldier? Well, I've already heard it. Seems the would-be savior of Ulda's refugees went and got himself killed. And not by your hand. He was just as much a pawn as the hapless cast-offs he sought to deceive. Oh, okay. That's not why you're here? Ah, you'd be surprised what rumors drift down to Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours, and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street say your organization is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. So this is the Crystal Braves which I don't think we've really gotten that much information on, like, how it was formed. But I guess Alphino is taking syndicate money? Are the Scions as well? I don't even recall now. A company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire? Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of a neighboring nation. So we just got Wilred, right? Oh, I think so. So did not... We did as well here as we did in Limsa. How fared you, Lavenza? What hidden gems did the secrets of Ul'dah offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamegan youth. Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have who have risen to the challenge nonetheless. And the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Lavenza. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. Ah, yes, we are free to begin. And you have no doubt, as you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my travel company with her blessings. Trial company with, did I say travel? Trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed and the finances secured. There is not to prevent me from taking the next step. You are concerned by the syndicate's involvement. Yes, I am. As was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon... Jeez. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all. But even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubts surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea. Ooh. Oh, so this is I thought it was just another transport cutscene. I mean, obviously it's a part of the MSQ, so it would be different, but...
Tell me, General, what think you of Alphino's bold endeavor?
It's doomed to fail.
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience. Since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the warrior of light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
No. Poor Nanamo.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
So yeah, they've pretty much ceded that, like, Crystal Braves isn't, or, you know, they haven't mentioned the name yet, but this organization is not going to last. You know, like, it's going to create an army that somebody is going to manipulate to do bad things. And then, of course, also mentioning, they mentioned both of the evil Lala, but I think it's Telechi is the one that, that orchestrated the coup or whatever, I think. So they seeded all of that early enough. All right, back to the Rising Stones. It's probably going to make me think, like, now I'm just going to be looking out for, you know, like, even when it comes to Endwalker, looking out for dialogue, you know, pretty much like the second one person says something even remotely negative or like criticizes something, I'm gonna go like, okay, this isn't gonna work out then. Yeah, they all look in the same place, so I assume they all say the same thing. I'm still gonna check anyway. Yeah. Alright. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. But I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all of our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Lavenza. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free from other duties. Thank you all for watching. This New Game Plus playthrough has been a lot of fun. If you've enjoyed it, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And to watch me live, the link to my Twitch is down below. Thank you again, and have a great one.